Listen, there was a time when a scholar from Morocco could travel to Baghdad and be welcomed as a brother, a time when the armies of Salahuddin united Muslims across tribes and regions to liberate Jerusalem. A time when the strength of the Muslim world came not from oil or weapons, but from an unshakable sense of brotherhood. Today, that unity lies in ruins. The cracks in the Ummah have become chasms, Sunni against Shia, nation against nation, leader against leader. And while we fight each other, our enemies don't even need to defeat us. We're doing their work for them. The truth is painful but undeniable. The Muslim world has become its own worst enemy. Sectarian divisions that were once academic debates have turned into blood feuds. Political leaders inflame these differences to stay in power, while the people suffer. Nationalism has poisoned our minds, making us care more about flags and borders than about the starving child in Yemen or the oppressed family in Palestine. We've forgotten the fundamental truth that all believers are brothers, bound by something deeper than ethnicity or sect. Look at the state of our world today. While other civilizations unite and grow stronger, we remain divided and weak. The European Union, nations that spent centuries at war, now stand together on trade, policy, and defense. Meanwhile, Muslim nations can't even agree on basic humanitarian issues affecting fellow Muslims. When Palestine burns, we issue statements. When Kashmir suffers, we hold conferences. When the Rohingya are slaughtered, we debate. But real action, real unity, that remains elusive. The cost of this division is staggering. Without unity, we have no real voice in global affairs. The powerful nations make decisions about our lands, our resources, our future, and we simply react. Our economies remain dependent, our militaries weak, our people impoverished, not because we lack resources, but because we lack cohesion. A divided house cannot stand, and right now, the house of Islam is crumbling. But here's what we rarely admit. This division isn't accidental. It serves someone's interests. Arms dealers profit when Muslim nations buy weapons to use against each other. Corrupt leaders benefit when their people are distracted by sectarian conflicts. Foreign powers rejoice when we're too busy fighting among ourselves to resist their domination. The greatest trick the enemies of Islam ever pulled was convincing Muslims that other Muslims were the real enemy. Listen carefully. This isn't just about politics. This is about our identity, our purpose, our survival as a civilization. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes unity among believers, warning against division and its consequences. The Prophet's entire mission was to unite humanity under the worship of one God, yet we've taken his message and fractured it into 1,000 pieces. We argue over minor differences while ignoring the ocean of faith that should bind us together. The solution begins with raw honesty. We must admit how far we've strayed from the ideal of Muslim brotherhood. We must recognize how sectarianism, nationalism, and political games have poisoned our collective spirit. Most importantly, we must rediscover what truly matters, not whether a Muslim is Sunni or Shia, Arab or Persian, but whether they uphold justice, mercy, and the worship of God alone. Listen to this final truth. Unity doesn't mean uniformity. Differences in opinion, tradition, and practice have always existed in Islam, and that's healthy. But when those differences become walls instead of bridges, when they lead to hatred instead of understanding, we've lost our way. The Muslim world today has all the ingredients for greatness: resources, strategic lands, brilliant minds, and most importantly, divine guidance. The only missing piece is unity. The choice before us is stark. Continue down this path of division, and we condemn future generations to weakness and irrelevance, or reclaim the legacy of unity that once made Islamic civilization the light of the world. The tools are there. The blueprint exists. All that's missing is the will to change. So I ask you, when history looks back on this era, what will it say about us? That we were the generation that let the Ummah shatter beyond repair? Or that we were the ones who finally bridged the divides and restored Islam to its proper place as a unifying force for all humanity? The answer lies in what we do next.